Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, it's getting to be that time of year again. You probably know what I'm talking about. Fall. The leaves are changing and falling. The wet weather is setting in. It could only mean one thing. It is time to maintenance our boots. Well, I thought I would share with you guys today the methods I use to maintain my boots. This helps me get the longest life out of them possible. They're not too bad a shape. Still want to condition them and get them ready for the wet weather. I figured I'd break down these boots today and kind of show you guys my process. I like to do this about twice a year. I'll do it in the fall, right before the crappy weather. And then I'll do it again in the spring to get any salt or debris off of the leather. Then in the summertime I can touch up the leather if needed. So I'm going to go ahead and break these boots down. Get things cleaned up. Now that we got our boots all broke down, what we want to do is get all the loose debris, mud, dirt, all that stuff off of our boots. So I'm going to start with an air compressor and blow them off. If you don't have an air compressor, you can just do this with a stiff brush. But I'm going to use the air compressor, and then I'll come back to a stiff brush. Alright, so now that we have most of the debris off, I'm just going to hit these with a stiff brush. This helps make sure you get all the nooks and crannies. Get as much of that debris off there as possible. Kind of helps buff the leather too. Alright guys, now we have everything pretty much cleaned up. All the heavy debris are off of the boots. I'm going to go ahead and wipe these down with these tub of towels. I like these because they, it's like a degreaser. So this is really going to help get oils and grease off of the leather before we condition it. It's also going to take off any excess conditioner we might have on the boots. And it's really help clean it up pretty good. There's many things you could use. I like these because I'm not going to have to wait a real long time for this to dry. If you were to use water and some sort of soap like Dawn, then you'd have to let the leather completely dry out before you can condition it. This is just a quicker process. It's going to dry really quick. You could also use saddle soap to clean your leather, which is probably the best. Other thing you'll want to do is clean your shoelaces. They're just as important. And then when we condition the boots, we'll actually condition the shoelaces too. Alright, I'll give these one last final buff with a medium stiff brush, and then we'll be ready for our waterproofing. Alright guys, this isn't really an advertisement for these guys, other than it's a product that I use that I really like and have been using it for years, and it works really well. It's Obenauf's Heavy Duty LP, and it's an all natural product. It smells really good. Smell it. and it works really good at waterproofing and conditioning leather. I just really like it, so it's what I use. I've tried other products. I like this one the best. I just use one of these pieces of wool, and I'm just going to put a generous layer on my boots here. I'm going to work it into the stitching, all the cracks, even in the sole here, because this is a leather sole. Right here in your tongue area, you want to get down in this crack. I don't know how, but dirt really gets attracted to this area here. Helps to have a good layer of this Obenaufs in there. We're going to let that soak in for a moment. Alright, now that the Obenaufs is on our boots and it's had a chance to soak in a little bit, what I'm going to do is just come back with my hand and really work that leather protector into the leather. The heat of your hands is enough to melt the Obenaufs. It really gets into the pores of the leather and helps protect it, make it waterproof. Go ahead and get a little Obenaufs in our shoelaces. I've talked about these shoelaces before. They are Obenauf shoelaces. They're the best shoelaces I have ever found. Hands down, they last the longest. They come brand new, impregnated with Obenaufs. So I like to put a little extra on them when I break my boots down to clean them. I'll put a little Obenaufs on these. Helps moisturize the material. I'm not sure what they're made out of, but it's super strong material though. I've never had one break, and this pair of laces right here are pretty old. And I'll just take the laces here and kind of wipe down the excess. That's all there is to that. Alright, now that we've got all our boots, they're clean, they're conditioned, the Obenaufs is worked into the leather, and it's going to help waterproof our leather and condition it. The best thing to do is to let this stuff dry overnight and then buff it. Now, I'm not gonna worry about that because I condition these boots quite often. Like I said, twice a year for sure, and then usually I hit them once in the summer, just a quick refreshing. So now all I'm going to do is take a shoe brush and just kind of buff them. That'll help bring up a nice sheen, and it'll spread around any excess Obenaufs, really smooth things out. And then my daily routine is I'll knock all the dirt and oil off the boots with a stiff brush, and then hit them with a shoe brush, and it really makes them shine. One of the worst things you can do for a leather boot is let it sit in mud. Alright, it is time to lace them back up. We are pretty much done. Well, there you have it, guys. Our boots are clean, conditioned, waterproofed, and ready for the nasty weather ahead. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully it helped someone out that might have questions about conditioning their own work boots. So we'll see you guys in the next video.